What's up, everybody? My name is Joe Jones, and you're watching the Cup of Joe show. And today, I'm going to be answering a pretty big question that I've been getting lately. And that question is, when did I start writing, and basically what got me into writing? Like, what made me start writing books and stories and stuff? And I have to say that it started, I think, back when I was in the fourth grade, when I first got into writing class. You know, back when you're in fourth grade, everybody's got to take writing as a class, and we start, learn how to write compositions and stuff like that. So I think that's back when it started. Back then I really wanted to be a pilot when I grew up, but at the same time, I just really had a really wild imagination as a kid. So we would have to write a lot of compositions, and I would always write something about airplanes and stuff. Fly, get away. But I'm sitting back here on the porch, so there's a lot of bugs flying around, whatever. It's part of being outside. Every time I come back here, the locusts are chirping or screaming or whatever the hell locusts do. There's always something. But anyway, like I said, I wanted to be a pilot back then. And so we would write something, and I'd always find something to write about airplanes. It just came so natural to me. Whatever I liked, it was just easy to write about it. And I also, today is 2 days before Halloween, and it's October 29th. So Halloween has always kind of been, a holiday I really loved as a child, as a kid. So when Halloween came around, man, my imagination just boomed. I started writing a lot of little compositions and short stories about Halloween and haunted houses and stuff like that. So I think that's really what got me into it. I just found it really easy. It just came natural for me to write about what I liked. So that was never a problem. I remember I wrote a good little short story when I was like in the 8th grade, when I first got my first girlfriend. And it's the same girlfriend that I made that video about, my first black girlfriend. But during the 8th grade, I wrote a story, a Halloween story about me and her and my other friend Tyler and his girlfriend. And apparently the story went that we rode up to Washington, D.C. to the White House. And apparently we were on a tour of the White House, and the White House was haunted. But it was kind of like a real short, Halloween book, like I said, but it was also like a romantic book. That's kind of what I like to write. I like to write interracial love stories and scary stories, stuff like that. So, but I remember the end of the book, when we had finished it, somebody from inside the class, had to get up and just pick a random booklet. You couldn't read your own, so somebody had to get up and read your book. And everybody knew that me and her were dating at the time, and people thought it was pretty funny that I wrote about us and wrote about a love story about me and her, interracial love story. So, but I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was a great book. But that's kind of what started it all off for me, though. After that, I just kind of started working on my book, Whitaker Woods. I was working on that for probably, like I said before, about 8 years now. I've been working on that one. It's a scary Halloween-based interracial love story. And I worked on my newest book that I just published. I worked on A Different Cowboy for about 2 years. It took me about 2 years, and that's only because I started on it, and I told a few of my friends about it, and some of the friends that I have, they were just like, yeah, I don't think that's a good book to try to release. I'm not sure how that's going to do with people. People may be offended by that book, by just the storyline of it, how a slave falls in love with a cowboy, and likewise. And so I kind of just put it on hold for like 8 months. I kind of just stopped writing. And then I just figured, you know what? God has put this on my heart to write this story, and I think they could change the world. So I started writing about it and started making the videos and putting them on here on YouTube. and it's got a lot of good feedback, and I'm really glad I did. So I hope you guys check out that book, and I hope you guys really enjoy that book. And I appreciate all the views and support that I've gotten off of that. Thank you so much. And there is a part 2 coming up. If you didn't see the newscast I did yesterday, there is a part 2 to that book, and I will leave the link for that description. The link in the description for that book. I will leave the link in the description for that book. Man, I can't even say it right. But anyways, guys, you know, that's just a little bit of history on me. I just always love to write, and I also love to draw. I've got a drawing video, so you can check that video out, guys. See some of my artwork, man. But writing it just comes natural to me. Oh, also before I go, I love to write, but I really hate to read. I've never liked reading at all. I find it very hard to, even when I'm like revising my own stuff, I find it hard to read my own writings. I just don't like it. So kind of ironic, but you know, that's me. So anyways, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, guys, and check out some more of my content on this channel. You know, I got a lot of good stuff. I call this the Cup of Joe buffet, because we got a little something for everybody. How do you like your cup of Joe, right? But I'm Joe Jones. This is the Cup of Joe Show, and this has just been your daily dosage.